Howdy y'all, Joe Hills here, recording as I always do in Nashville, Tennessee, and I was just ominously gazing upon this terrifying structure, wondering what future retribution might be brought upon it. But you know what, it occurred to me, I've been at PAX for a while, and also before I left for PAX, I put all of my stuff, I think, in a chest in the in the G-Team base, which I can't actually get back into because they added a bunch of security stuff since then, and nobody's really on to let me back into the base at the moment. So I figure what I'll do in the meantime is go ahead and prepare more nether bricks. Now, obviously, we've got some started, going on here, but unfortunately, most of these buckets have just been depleted. So, we need to get all of these other chests full of netherrack cooking and on their way as we consider what future weaponized architecture we might yet rapidly deploy. So, here we are, back in the nether, the home of the lava burger. So I will now take my order directly to the pools below. I will find where that magma does yet flow, and I will dip my little toe, no, I will dip these metal buckets into such flamed pools as might yet provide me the tools to build some things that'll anger the other team. Because we all want to be the stars of our own dream, but they can't all win, It's not a teen movie or that kind of film. It's just me, Joe Hills, and what I will. So, here we go. Gonna take these buckets down below. Gonna let that lava flow until there ain't no mo. So let's go. Time skip! Well, we are back in our furnace room, lava buckets deposited safely in wooden chests, which is honestly exactly how any government would recommend that its federal agencies require that any industry store lava. Wood chests, of course, being protected very deeply by the deep-pocketed pine forest industry. But regardless, you know what? I was also able to find in my ender chests here some additional pants, some things like this. One thing I haven't found yet is I haven't figured out what happened to my elytra and my fireworks. Now, I believe... Oh, here's the fireworks. Whoa, did not want to do that. Now, I believe I have an extra elytra inside of the mailroom, thanks to my elytra insurance. Wait, why am I going through here? Oh yeah, because I don't have the elytra yet. I was like, I've got the fireworks, I'll just go jump on the roof and throw fireworks until I fall to my death. That's why a lot of people go to the hospital on the 4th of July, actually. Don't do that. Don't. You know better. Okay, so we're gonna walk, not run, without fireworks in our hand, all the way back over here to the modern district so I can get to the mailroom, retrieve my fallback elytra, and then hopefully fly safely, bypassing any brand new security measures that have been imposed on the G-Team base. I was at PAX, so I don't know exactly where all the traps are, but you know what? If I don't go back to the storage room, I'll never get my original elytra back, and that one's the one that's got like mending and unbreaking on it. Whereas I think the one that Cub Fan gave me is just going to be kind of an elytra without any enchants. I'm going to have to kill phantoms in order to retrieve, to fix it. So, oh, never mind, this one's mending and unbreaking 3 too. And apparently I left a bunch of maps in here. I don't know why I did that. Okay, well, either way, we're going to go ahead and equip this elytra. And now we will try to safely access... Whoa. Loading and unloading these chunks is always dangerous. We will try to safely access the G-Team base through this upper level entrance here, which is traditionally an untrapped safe entrance. Although that chest could have been trapped and I could have been killed. Let's see, have they trapped my lab? No, my lab is still safe. And there's not even any creepers or anything yet. We should think about adding more to that lab, actually. Okay, there's a bunch of wolves. Now, I think if I accidentally attack one of them, they'll all be mad at me forever. So we're going to try and do this without angering all the wolves. I'm terrified of even touching the ground in some places, because, like, I don't know what kind of tripwires they have set up. Will I still be able to just drop through a hole here? Okay, good. So that's still safe at the moment. Now, I have been almost ambushed by creepers here multiple times. or actually ambushed by creepers here multiple times. Of course, we don't have the blocks that I was traditionally using. Dang it. I could have sworn I had an elytra that I left in here. Okay, maybe my elytra's gone forever, guys. Oh, no. Well, I mean, arguably, this is why I have elytra insurance. But now my premiums are gonna go up. Wow, what a bummer. Okay. Well, in the very least, though, we have verified that we have a safe way to access our base. I kind of want to go on a quick patrol to see if Wells Knight or if anybody has been through here messing with the peace room that I constructed. Let's see what we've got going on over here. Oh, potions. So many potions. Fire resistance. Healing. Oh, man. This is so cool. I'm going to totally use that the next time we go on some sort of insane raid. Oh. I'm not sure that I like that. That is deeply disconcerting to me. But, okay. It looks like Wells Knight... Yeah, no sign Wells Knight's been through the peace room here. I've gotten a lot of really supportive comments about this, saying, Joe, you made the worst room in the entire base, and it hurts my eyes so much. And I'm like, thank you guys. I'm glad you appreciate what I was trying to do to Wells Knight's heart, which is to really grip it with, like, little baby claws. Like, if you imagine not like wolf claws, but like a caterpillar rolling up on itself, but like if its legs were all claws, I just want to do that to Wells's heart with this room. And I love the really strong reactions I've gotten in the comments. You guys really let me know that I'm achieving my goals. And I want to say thank you even to some of the folks that like might leave what others would consider mean comments about my videos, because you guys express such deep disdain sometimes. It's wonderful that you guys are attempting to parse my creation and comment on it, because expressing written responses to complicated art can be really challenging for young people, and it's been so rewarding to see people really pushing themselves to communicate in new ways about my videos. So, thank you to everybody. I do try to read every single comment, like, you know, and I try to let people know, too, that, you know, I've read their comments by writing funny things back when I can, or grateful things. Did nobody notice that I put all of this up here? Somebody else followed my lead, at least. But, okay, what is this one labeled? Stress stuff. Oh, look, there's stress balls. Perfect. Okay, well, you know what I haven't done recently is I haven't surveyed the battlefield. I need to figure out what I want to do. Whoa. Okay, that was a door. I was like, is this a door? I can't even tell. Oh, it looks like we've got some sort of new palisade going on over here. This wall was in the other day when I was writing or recording the outro to my prank video. It looks like our, not sculpture, our Sears Tower there is still alive. I think we might need to move forward with some other award-winning things. Weaponized architecture rapidly deployed. Now, what is that going to look like? You'll see in a bit. Time skip. Okay. Oh no, there are fish in the moat now. Look at that, you guys. Look at that. That's terrifying. The Guardians are in the water. Okay, I think we're going to have to build a new bridge across this moat here. I was originally thinking, like, I don't know, man, maybe I'll build a second Parthenon that's even bigger. You know, twice the scale of the original. And I was like, no, maybe I should build something else, like a Roald Dahl Plaza, as an apology to all the fine Welsh people who might not have enjoyed my last video, because I implied that Wales was the west coast of England. Well, you know what? I'm sorry. Just because the British rolled over your parliament to build their giant dam to provide water to London, that doesn't mean I'm the bad guy. You know? Okay. But, so I thought maybe a Roald Dahl Plaza would be appropriate. But you know what I'm really thinking I want to do here? Is I want to build me a modern mausoleum at Halicarnassus. You know, we built a modern mausoleum at Halicarnassus at the beginning of Season 2 of Hermitcraft, which I thought was a really cool kind of starter house. And I realize now, if I took the wood that I had used in my original design, replaced it all with nether brick, and I took the water pillars and replaced most of them with lava pillars, we still have our objective achieved of crossing this bridge safely. But it'll look really scary and also maybe set people on fire who try to hit it with a pickaxe. So, here's what we're going to do. We are going to go ahead and retreat for the time being to our community smelter, where we are going to cook all the nether brick we're going to need for this project, and we're also going to retrieve from the smelter any of the extra buckets that we'll need to carry the lava. Now, you guys might not remember exactly how many pillars were in the original mausoleum at Halicarnassus, and I don't either, so I also need to go review my episodes from the beginning of Season 2 and get a firm grip on what exactly I need to do this without falling in this water here. So bye-bye battlefield, bye-bye drones. Oh no, I hope there's not guardian creatures in here too. Okay, whoever put the guardian creatures in that lake should have put some in this lake, because that would have actually got me. I would have been terrified. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and proceed back to the fantasy district, to our community furnace, so that we can churn through the material gathering step here. Time skip. Welcome back from that lovely time skip. While it might have felt like a second to you, it was actually overnight for me, and I had time to crunch some numbers on the mausoleum. It turns out I'm actually going to need I was originally thinking like I would do a mausoleum based simply on the one that I had built in Season 2, Episode 7 through like 16 of Hermitcraft. Then I realized maybe I want to make it more of a real representation of the original mausoleum at Halicarnassus, and that's going to be 24 stacks of nether brick just for the base of the mausoleum, with another 4 stacks to make the frames for the lava pillars, and then I haven't even started on figuring out the math for the roof. Now, this has been cooking a little bit overnight. We have gone through about 11 buckets worth of lava in the process, 12 buckets. So that's about 1,200 bricks, roughly, right? That sounds like, oh yeah, you know, that's pretty good. Well, that's actually only 300 blocks. And 300 blocks is really like 5.5 stacks. So, actually, it's closer to 5 stacks. So, core concept, we are going to need to keep cooking netherrack. I might not have time to start the mausoleum today, but I am going to go back, grab some more lava, and scout out some more opportunities. I was thinking some of the locations I looked at earlier in this recording might be a little bit too forward. You know, maybe if I try to bridge their area directly again, they're like, I know that False will think I'm being lazy, you know, and I care very deeply what the other hermits think, you know. In any sort of wartime activity, you don't want your enemy to think less of you, because then they won't surrender on good terms, right? We want False to fear how creative Joe Hills is, not be bored by how repetitive he is, right? So, here's what we're going to do. We're going to take this lava back, we're going to keep making things cook in the background, and we're going to scout out a new, less forward base, because the forward element of the forward operating Parthenon was great. The idea, oh, we want beds for our scouting missions, for our infiltration, all that. That was smart, but having it directly touch their base made it too hard for it to defend itself. We want this mausoleum at Halicarnassus that we're going to be constructing to be a defensible position forward of our base, but not so close to their base that they can easily destroy it directly. So, I think we're going to go ahead and dump off this lava and be on our way. That's not how stairs work. Time skip! Alrighty, so I've gathered all the nether brick that's already been cooked, and it looks like we've got, I don't know, I think these are 9 across, so we've got like 17 stacks or so out of the like 28 that we need total to move forward with this project. So what I figure I'm going to do is let's, I like using the red shulker boxes for war-related supplies. Ooh, actually, speaking of which, let's put this netherrack in here. Oh no, we might actually run out of netherrack before we have enough to proceed. Okay. So here's what I'm thinking. In that case, I'm gonna run to the nether and go just work on the community build a little bit, clear out some more in the big dig, which will make Asuma happy, because he really, the original plan was, like, I put the word plan here in, like, super air quotes. They're such airy quotes that I'm up in the air as I say them. But yeah, the original quote-unquote plan was to have this whole thing dug out by the beginning of January. I don't know if you've noticed which beginning of January we're in. It's not the first one. It's actually kind of toward the end of January at this point. And so anything that we can do to get this dug out on time will be very helpful. Now, I know some people have complained in my YouTube comments, Joe, you shouldn't be digging this out because you should be working on, you know, building stuff for your team. It's like, guys, I am building stuff for my team with the things that I'm digging out to help my server, okay? See, if you can do something really good that helps one group, then use the byproducts of that process to help another group. That's just, it's better than recycling. It's reusing. So I'm basically doubling my efforts. No, I'm singling my efforts, but I'm doubling my results. And you know what? So not only am I helping Asuma, but I'm antagonizing Asuma's team at the same time. This is just a great way to live. And that's the Joe Hills difference. So, okay, of course, you know what? I should have brought some empty buckets, because I'd actually like to retrieve that lava as I go. That would be a real time saver for me, now that I'm thinking on it. So, we will leave that pool right there for the time being. We'll grab some more netherrack, drop some more in the furnace, grab some more lava. It's going to be a little bit of an endless cycle, but you know, like all things, samsara is meant to be escaped. And so we're just going to build up inertia until we rip off this loop like a Hot Wheels car on one of those loop-de-loop tracks. You know, sometimes there's just a kind of a velocity that you achieve, and you just go off the rails, and we're going to go off the rails together. So I hope you packed your seatbelts. As the sun sets over the battlefield once more, I think it's probably about time that we determine where we plan to place our mausoleum. We are not going to have time to build the whole thing this episode, because like I said, those bricks are going to be cooking for a good while. But you know, I see that it looks like some of our guys have built some trenches here, and the mausoleum was really intended to be built atop of an earthworks. So maybe that hill in the upper left, or this unlit hill on the right here. Actually, this hill right here, that looks like it might be an ideal candidate. It's been relatively untouched by the war. We really only need a 22 by 22 space to really break ground on this. So I think that's what we are going to do. We are going to set our sights on that location, and unlike our parthenon, we will make sure that we don't begin our work until we have all the blocks we need to achieve our goals. So, thank you guys very much for joining me today. You might have noticed that this episode was mid-roll ad free. That is thanks to a $50 a month Patreon sponsorship from Karis Sophia. So, in lieu of that mid-roll ad, I will now read a poem of my own devising. No snow day today, no hat and gloves in play. The flurries scurried eastward, the snowbanks on holiday. The roads all salt and iceless, yellow buses soundly roll. So get up and get dressed, or you'll be late for school. Until next time, y'all, this is Joe Hills from Nashville, Tennessee. Keep adventuring.